I've been in the animal field for 16 years. I've been with Project Wildlife for 3 years, and I have to say this is probably one of the most rewarding things I've done in the field. It feels really good when you know that you're putting an animal back to the wild where it belongs.
Well, here at the Care Center, we take in nearly 10,000 animals a year. It is our triage center, so we triage animals that come in and then send them out to home care. So right now our facility, we don't have the facilities to care for mammals and some of the other birds that might get stressed here at the Care Center. So we have satellite care volunteers that care for them in their homes under our wildlife permits and then release them directly into the wild from there.
Well, you know, wildlife apparently doesn't understand weekends or vacations, so we are actually open 7 days a week at our triage center. Our volunteers are so inspiring to me. They do this 24/7 as well, including having families and jobs. So it really isn't necessarily something that has a schedule. I'm on call for our volunteers whenever they need me. Basically, we are dedicated to the wildlife of San Diego. We're dedicated to our volunteers. And if they're doing it, we're doing it right alongside them.
These home care centers, or satellite centers as we call them, are volunteers' homes. Volunteers, like I said, who are highly trained, who are trained to raise these animals and release them into the wild. Sometimes they need to come by for a checkup with the doctor. A lot of times our wildlife rehabilitation manager will come check the homes, make sure that they're a proper facility for caring for the animals. But right now, a lot of our animals are cared for in individual homes because we just don't have the facilities to care for them here. While we would like to, in the future, have a facility where we can do that, right now we're limited by space.
It's a very serious commitment to work with wildlife. We have to have permits from the state, from the federal government. We are under very, very strict regulations, so our volunteers are following that in addition to balancing it with their lives. So they may get up at early in the morning, be cleaning a full flight cage that we've set up on their property. They may be feeding babies, they may be trying to transfer them or doing their releases. They go to work, they come home, and they start all over again. Some of the babies are fed through the night. So I would say it's a labor of love for most of our volunteers.
These guys need to be fed about every half hour, and they certainly let you know when they're hungry. One of the most important things about feeding them is that you can't get the food all over their feathers because it degrades the feather quality. And this formula, when it hardens, is really tough to get off. So you end up having to, they'll lose some feathers. So it's really important to keep them clean. Plus, they'll pick up everything that's in there. So it's just really important to keep their whole area clean. Make sure you get the formula into their crop, down their throat, because you don't want them to aspirate. These guys are easy, they're hungry, they're mostly little mockingbirds, and they're always hungry and always chattery, so quiet birds are usually full and happy.
Humans are interacting with wildlife every day and having a negative impact on wildlife. And our founders who founded this organization in the 1970s saw that even then, and today it's just as true. Animals are being abandoned or affected by wildlife because of urbanization, and we're helping kind of rectify that and helping turn the balance back over to the wildlife.